यं शैवासमुपासते शिव इति ब्रह्मेति वेदान्तिनो बौद्धा बुद्ध इति प्रमाणपटवः कर्तेति नैयायिकाः अर्हन्नित्यथ जैनशासनरताः कर्मेति मीमांसकाः सोऽयं वो विदधातु वाञ्छितफलं त्रैलोक्यनाथो हरिः. सोऽयं वो विदधातु वाञ्छितफलं त्रैलोक्यनाथो हरिः. शुद्धो बुद्धो विमुक्तः श्रुतिशिखरगिरां मुख्यतात्पर्यभूमिः यस्माज्जातं समस्तं जगदिदममृताद्व्याप्य सर्वं स्थितो यः यस्यांशांशावतारैः सुरनरवनजैर्रक्षितं सर्वमेतद् तं भूमानं मुकुन्दं हृदि गतममलं कृष्णमेव प्रपद्ये. तं भूमानं मुकुन्दं हृदि गतममलं कृष्णमेव प्रपद्ये. मदीयहृदयाकाशे सदानन्दमयो गुरुः उदेतु सततं सम्यक् स्वात्मानन्दप्रबोधकः. हरिः 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 ओम तत्सत्. जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु. We shall have 3 times collective recitation of the most auspicious monosyllable Omkara, as we did yesterday. Interlock your fingers and put them on your lap. Sit comfortably erect. Close your eyes. Open the mouth and the heart and join me. I wonder whether every one of you is participating in it, because the collective sound should be far more. Have no reluctance, shyness or reservation. I will recite the verse which Arjuna said last before Krishna began his dialogue. Aravindan? Karpanyadoshopaghata swabhavaha
कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः
यच्छ्रेयः स्यात् यच्छ्रेयस्यात्
निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
शिष्यस्तेऽहं
शिष्यस्तेऽहं
शाधि मां
शाधि मां
त्वां प्रपन्नम्
त्वां प्रपन्नम्
शिष्यस्तेऽहं
शिष्यस्तेऽहं
शाधि मां
शाधि मां
त्वां प्रपन्नम्
त्वां प्रपन्नम्.
Yesterday we analyzed human life. The analysis clearly gave us the understanding that life is for everyone, every time, an interaction. In the interaction, the individual remains the same. The interacted with are different, but all of them constitute the world. These interactions take place in our body, particularly in the level of the 5 sensory organs. We don't have a 6th interaction. Only eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. All of you apparently think that these interactions come from the world. Never. World itself is revealed by the senses. So the interactions are proceeding from us, subsisting on us, and also terminating in us. Where do the interactions proceed from? Not from the body, not from the physical plane, but in the mento-intellectual, inner spiritual plane. So interactions proceed from the mind, subsist on the mind, and also are terminated in the mind. For these interactions, you should never blame the world. The source is we ourselves. Early in the morning or otherwise, you get up from sleep. As long as you are sleeping, you are not conscious of even the body. The moment you wake up, there is the awareness, I am. This is the first expression that you have in your interactional life. Everything else proceeds from there. So I would like to describe it as everything that follows. It is either an expression or an extension from this I and I am. Do you agree or disagree? Huh? It is the I that animates and activates the senses. And it is the senses that picture the world. If we had no eyes, the world will have never any color or shape. If we did not have ears, there will be no sound at all. So these are generated and produced by our senses. Senses are not shaped by the world. All the senses were shaped in the womb of the mother. And the fetus or the embryo did all the work all by itself. The mother has done nothing for the embryo to grow. The embryo itself started taking blood from the mother, not that the mother gave. All the organs are shaped by it. And it is that body, these senses, that perceive the world. So it is a generation. And that too not in the physical level, in the mental level. This much, is it clear? Huh? Yes. Now, because we have 5 senses alone, and these 5 senses interact with the world. They interact with the world. They produce Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa and Gandha. Nothing more. Where are they produced? They are not produced even in the sensory level. The senses act only as a medium to have contact with the objects. Everything goes up to the brain inside. And the experience is inner, knowledge is inner. This much, is it clear? So for all things in this world, where should you look to? You should look to your own within. Do you have that focus within you? And you blame the world for it? What is the meaning? You can completely obliterate the world. That is what you do every day when you go to sleep. 16 hours of interactions and interactional impacts are wiped off in less than an instant, and you are put to sleep. And this phenomenon repeats every day. Who wipes what? Does the world wipe us, or we wipe off the world? And we generate the world when we wake up. When are you going to understand this? That experience is sourced from within. Interactions proceed from within, subsist within, and also terminate within. So, in terms of our experience, experientially, what is this world? Infinitely various world. The entire world with all the countless objects. So far as we are concerned, they mean to us only Sukha Dukhas. So Sukha Dukhas are equal to the entire world. And these Sukha Dukhas are emerging in the mind level. In the sensory level it is 5, in the mind level it is 2, and in the sleep level it is 0. And we have to wake up to produce all this. So where is the source? Where is the terminus? It is a wonderful revelation, my dear souls. Wonderful revelation. Startling, surprising, overwhelming, overpowering. Yam hina vyatayandyede purusham purusharshava samadukha sukham dhiram somrtatvaya kalpade. I ended up with this verse. So all you have to do is understand that Sukha and Dukkha alternate. In substance they are the same. Either it is Dukkha in the highest degree and lowest degree, or it is Sukha in the highest and the lowest degree. Only one presence is there. Because of this mind, our own personality, it appears to be different, many, etc. So what you have to do is understand that you should not have any preference for anything or a prejudice for another. Understand both of them to be complementary and sourced by us. There is nothing in Sukha besides what Dukkha has, and there is nothing in Dukkha besides what Sukha has. It is all the same thing in the lowest degree and the highest degree. This understanding itself makes you totally different. You will derive the power not to be ruffled by them. It is a knowledge orientation, knowledge enrichment. Tan tidikshasva bharata, he said. Now he says, be equal to both. Both will come one after the other. So the opportunity, compulsion, persuasion for you to practice equalness becomes irresistible. The world and experience help you, exhort you, compel you, persuade you. Whether you are in the domestic front, in the professional front, or in the societal front, Sukha Dukhas are common. So in the house, the wife will be murmuring, the children will be quarreling, the servant also will be doing something. You will have so many occasions to have Sukha and Dukkha, and the practice of evenness becomes irresistible, incessant, ceaseless. It is just like entering into the drowning waters and learning to swim. You cannot swim on the land. You cannot swim on even neck-deep water. So you have to swim, learn to swim in drowning waters. And once you have learned, you can lift your head up and start waving your hands and legs, you will be able to swim well. Similarly, in the waters of Sukha Dukkha, you learn swimming and every time feel complimented by them, blessed by them, strengthened by them, enriched by them, enlightened by them, empowered by them. It's a wonderful thing. Every day and hour will be a day of enrichment. Equally so, a day of enlightenment. You get enriched every day and you also enrich the world by your enriched activity. Am I clear? This samatva or samata is so very important. The 15-year-old Rama was spoken to by Vasishtha Deva for 18 days. At least 8 to 9, 10 hours a day. And he was saying, Samataya mataya gunashalinam purusharadihaya samalankritaha tamamalam pranamanti narottama abhimaha munayo raghunandana. See, Gita transpired 5159 years ago. When was Rama born? In Treta Yuga. And in the palace of Ayodhya, to remove his dejection, disappointment, dismay, Sage Vasishtha spoke to him for 18 days. And there also he is stressing, Samataya mataya gunashalinam purusharadihayas samalankritaha. Whichever human is ornamented, embellished by this sama-buddhi. What? Samataya mataya. Mati means buddhi, which is given to evenness. Alankritaha tamamalam. He becomes amala, pure. Pranamanti narottama. The best and noble people come and prostrate before him. Abhimahamunayo raghunandana. Even the great Maharshis come and prostrate before him. What do you understand? What is the importance, the greatness, the grandeur and the glory of this sama-buddhi? Even Mahamunis come and fall at his feet. Because this is a practice which they have missed, they did not understand. Even today you will find among sannyasins also, they don't know about it. What is the special feature about Bhagavad Gita? Krishna was not a sannyasin, Arjuna was not a sannyasin. But Krishna was speaking about sannyasa repeatedly. And he said, this is sannyasa. Which is sannyasa? Sama-buddhi. That is the secret. By samatva buddhi, what all you do? He explains it. This is an explanation which generally I don't give. But because you have been associated with Gita for many years, I think I shall talk. The 16th verse of 2nd chapter is Nasato vidyade bhavo, nabhavo vidyade sadaha, ubhayorapi drishtondaha tu anayoho tattvadarshibhi. Nasato vidyade bhavo,
नासतो विद्यते भावो
nabhavo vidyade sadaha,
नाभावो विद्यते सतः
ubhayorapi drishtondaha
उभयोरपि दृष्टोऽन्तः
tu anayoho tattvadarshibhi.
तु अनयोस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः.
Krishna quotes Tattvadarshis. Don't think that it is Krishna's new presentation. He has derived it from the Upanishads, from his own knowledge. So quoting the Tattvadarshis, he says, here are two fundamental principles. What are they? Nasato vidyade bhavaha. Sat means real. Asat means unreal. The unreal will never come into expression at all. What? The unreal will never be expressed and the real will never be out of expression. Very simple proposition. What is real? That which is present, was present in the past, is present now and will be present later changelessly. That is called Sat. So the Sat will never be non-express and the Asat will never be express. This is the difference between the two. This has been ascertained by people who went into what is existence, non-existence, truth, untruth, etc. Ubhayorapi drishtondaha. The difference between the two has been determined by Tattvadarshis. Apply this. Sukha and dukkha are transitory. They anityaha, he said. If they are anitya, are you with me? Anitya means what? Not lasting. So it becomes unreal. If it is unreal, can they ever be? Huh? Apply the test to Sukha Dukkhas, which alone are produced by the whole world. You may have a child born to you with a lot of expectation and desire. Your child may get married, boy or girl. You may get a big promotion. Your share market shares also have gone up. Let it be anything whatsoever. What are you going to get? Only Sukha and Dukkha. These Sukha Dukkhas are unreal. If they are unreal, can they ever be? Then how are they? How are they? They are not there because of themselves. They are there because of something real as their substratum. What is that real? Who experiences Sukha Dukkhas? I. Has the I ever become non-existent or non-express? On the other hand, the Sukha Dukkhas are repeatedly becoming non-express. So they are unreal. What is the real? You, the one who experiences them. It is because of this I, they derive the power to be. Whenever you say, I am happy, after some time you will say, I am unhappy. So if you are totally happy, could you ever become unhappy? Huh? Why are you keeping quiet? If you had become happy, you could not become unhappy. If you are unhappy totally, you could not be. So the I doesn't become happy or unhappy. It experiences and witnesses the happiness, witnesses the unhappiness. It survives and the others vanish. So an unreal thing cannot occur by itself. So the unreal can only be a manifestation of something which is real. Here what is the real? I am. And what are the unreal? Sukha Dukkhas. So these Sukha Dukkhas are only a display of the I. In which manner? Just like dream is a display of the sleeper. What is the sleeper doing? Unconscious of the body and the world, he sleeps. Such a sleeper, can he produce the dream? Huh? Is he moving? Is he acting? Then how did the dream come up? Huh? Okay, is there any dream at all? When you dream, it is like the wakefulness. And when the dream breaks, it is not there. So what are you meaning by the term dream? Was the dream ever there? Because when you were experiencing it, it was real. And when it broke off, it is not there. So the dream is a reference to what? See, the ridiculousness of things. This is what our intelligence can do. It can rationalize the whole thing and lead you to the supreme truth. So these Sukha Dukkha's are a display of the experiencing I. They are not in reality there at all. You only have a uniform experience, the presence called I am. And that presence displays because of its infinite potential. See, even the sleeper has the potential to create a huge dream world where you travel in an aircraft to London or Washington. Where is the space? Where are the aircrafts? And where are the co-passengers? All these the sleeper makes. By what process? By an action. थोड़ा सुनिए ना, बोलिए ना, विचिंतन कीजिए. What did he do? This is what he did. And see the result. So this I has got that potential. You cannot imagine. It is infinitely potent. Not dream. Dream also it will do. Dream also it will do. So this is the truth about Sukha Dukkhas. And such illusory, transitory, troublesome Sukha Dukkhas, you spend time to bother about them? Huh? Dismiss them. And be focused on the one which manifests and sources it. So the Sukha Dukkhas occur because of the I, the substratum that is within yourself, you yourself. What is the truth? Avinashitu tad vidhi, ena sarvamidam tatam, vinasham avyayasya asya, na kaschit kartum arhadi. Would you like to recite? Avinashitu tad vidhi,
अविनाशितु तद्विद्धि
येन सर्वमिदं तदं
येन सर्वमिदं ततं
विनाशमव्ययस्यास्य
विनाशमव्ययस्यास्य
न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति.
न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति.
Looking at the Sukha Dukkhas which are transitory, mark my words, mark my words. Looking at the Sukha Dukkhas which are transitory, which are the sole creation of the world. The world creates nothing other than Sukha Dukkhas. And that too seemingly, not in reality. They are produced by your mind, not by the world. But you think that the world produces. I agree for the time being. Those Sukha Dukkhas are unreal. Then what is real? Yena sarvamidam tadam. In the Sukha Dukkhas and therefore in the whole world which produces it, there is something that is permeating. Your Pancha-bhautik body is permeated by the inner presence. And that is what you refer to as the I am. As it is permeating in the Pancha-bhautik body, will it not equally permeate in the Pancha-bhautik universe also? Have you understood the reasoning? A thing permeates depending upon its subtlety. Solid substance, the earth will remain like this. Water will flow and spread. Air will go up also. Now space everywhere. So in the Pancha-bhautik body which contains space, if the inner presence is permeating there, by the same token, it is permeating in the whole Pancha-bhautik universe. That permeating presence, avinashi, understand that it is indestructible. Yena sarvamidam tadam. Vinasham avyayasya asya na kaschit kartum arhadi. Nobody will be able to destroy it. Destroy what? The I presence in you. And the I presence in the whole universe. Shankaracharya would say, even God will not be able to destroy. See, you can never be destroyed. My dear God, if you can, please destroy me. Poor God is helpless. Na kartumarhadi, na kaschid, nobody. Such a solid state, such an imperishable state and presence, you are. And what reveals it? Your body reveals it. See, when I look at you, I am not, though my eyes are seeing your body, what I perceive is the livingness in your body. When I see you as living bodies. Suppose the life part was not there, all of you would have been dead bodies. Am I seeing dead bodies? No. So I am seeing a living body. That means I am seeing the livingness. Livingness. In other words, the enlivening presence, the animating presence. That is what I am seeing. Antavanta ime dehaha nityasyokta sharirina anashino prameyasya tasmad yudhyasva bharata. See? Krishna is presenting a philosophy. But what was the purpose? He says, therefore, Arjuna, you fight. The first time he says. It is a karma shastra. Bhagavad Gita is a karma shastra. The same Krishna from Dwaraka gave the last advice to Uddhava. That was Jnana Shastra. At the end of the dialogue, he said, my dear Uddhava, this place will not be nice for you to live after I leave, so you leave before I leave. Uddhava said, I want to leave. Just when you say, but I am not able to. Inside my body, I am suffering from delusion that this is the body, I am the body, and belongings to the body are mine. Please take away these wrong feelings and make me fit to obey you and to fulfill your command. So he gave a beautiful advice. Uddhava said, I will not be able to keep away from you even for half a second. So take me wherever you go. Can any dying man take another person also? Huh? How can Krishna take him? So he said, you go, leaving me, so the problem becomes mine. And he advised him in such a manner that Uddhava straight away left. He only asked for the sandals from Krishna, putting them on the head, turning back. After prostrating before Krishna, he turned, went away. Go and stay in Badrikashrama. Breathe the cool air of the Himalayas. Take bath in Alakananda. See me everywhere. And he made Uddhava do it. Here he makes Arjuna take back the weapons and fight. Tasmad yudhyasva. That is why you will find in the Bhagavad Gita, though activity is advocated, that activity is advocated in such a manner that every moment of the activity you will gain wisdom, spiritual wisdom, and the whole karma will become jnana. There is no renouncing the activity, going to the Himalayas. Remain wherever you are. Act, but act with samatva buddhi. In Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, there is a beautiful verse. Arthad arthantaram chitte yadi madhyedu yastidhi nirasta mananakara sa swarupa sthiti smrada. All of you are saying, Atma, soul, Swamiji, What is this? I will show you, see it. Arthad arthantaram chitte yadi madhyetu yastidhi. When the mind produces a thought means an idea of an object. And it produces, then it doesn't want to retain it. So it comes back and then produces another thought. Another thought. So when it goes from one thought to another thought, how do you distinguish between the two? One, two. So there must be a mark of distinction between the two. So when it moves from one to the other, that in-between factor, yadi madhyedu yasthidhi, in between the two, there is a middle state. Nirastam ananakara. There is no thinking or meditation there. That is the nature of the self. कुछ समझ में आया? Huh? Nobody splits like this. That is your problem. When one thought arises, immediately another thought arises. How do you distinguish between the two? So one thought, that thinking, then it goes to another thinking. So in between there is an unthinkingness. Unthinkingness. That unthinkingness is Swarupasthiti Smrita. That is your real nature. From there, you are seeing, afterwards only hearing. How do you distinguish between the two? Are you the seer or are you the hearer? Or are you the one which distinguishes between seeing and hearing? Tell me. Huh? So without that in-between factor, can the products be there? The others come and go, but the other factor remains ever the same. You refuse to identify with that, and you are deluded to identify with the transitory. Are you a fool or are you a wise person? No answer. Tell me whether you are a fool or a wise person. Admit that I am a fool. In the last verse of Sankhya, that Sankhya part of the yoga, second chapter, you know what he says? Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam abhapsisi. This is the functional Sankhya yoga. So far it was enlightenmental, enlightening. Now it is the functional part of it. In the whole of the day, week, month, year and decade, you only interact with the world objects. At home, in the office front and in the societal front. These interactions bring only Sukha Dukkhas. So your interactions are resulting in only in Sukha Dukkhas. Sukha Dukkhe Same Krutva. Meet them with an evenness of your mind. With an equal vision. My dear Sukha, very good you have come. But you have come because Dukkha was there earlier. And my dear Sukha, you are going to leave, putting me to Dukkha. If I ask you to remain for a while, you will not. So what shall I do? I will leave you, I will look into myself. Who enables you to come and go? So you are not my refuge is within. Sukha dukkhe same krutva. Similarly, labha labhau jaya jayau. Gain and loss, victory and defeat. The entire world consists of only the pairs of opposites. This world is a dvandva samahara. Let him sleep. This world is a dvandva samahara. It is a conglomeration, a collection of only dvandvas. Man and woman, day and night, sukha and dukkha, heaven and hell. this life and next life, earlier life and this life, man and woman, darkness and light, everything is Dvandva and Dvandva alone, within the Dvandva fold. So he says, towards Sukha Dukhas, Labha Labhas, Jaya Jayas, for all of them Same Kritva, simply fight. No sin will accrue to you. So the entire destroyer of sin, eliminator of sin, what is that? Samatva Buddhi. Samatva Buddhi. Nothing else. The entire world equals Sukha Dukhas. And these Sukha Dukhas are evenized by our mind. So you have won over the world. Nothing else is left there. 5,115 years ago, Krishna gave this formula to Arjuna. And the greatness of our country is we have preserved this message. Can you imagine? We have preserved this message. And I am talking to you. Many others also are talking. Tell me, is there any country in this world where knowledge treasure is preserved as we are doing it here? I always say, the real worth of human society is the eternal literature it is able to produce and preserve. All the memorials constructed by earth's materials will perish after a period of time. But literature can be renewed. Vedavyasa wrote one grantha. We have never seen it. We have never seen Vedavyasa also. Where he lived, we don't know. How he was reared, we don't know. We only know him as a great sage. And his writing, even now, is printed and circulated. What do you think of the strength, greatness, and the insurmountable glory of India? As long as we have this knowledge treasure, nothing matters at all. Nothing matters at all. Poverty we will assimilate. Riches we will abandon. See, in India is considered to be a poor country. If there is a good work beneficial to the society being done, even now there are many people to help it. I left Calcutta, my professional life, after taking up sannyasa. When I was leaving Calcutta, I had come to 3 conclusions. What is that? I am nothing, I want nothing, and I have nothing. I am nothing, I have nothing, I want nothing. Even today, these are my mottos. I always say the streets of India welcomed me, and the invisible providence shaded and shielded me. "70 years have passed, 7 decades. What do you think of India? When I left, I had no destination. I had no purpose also. I said, I will go. Maybe I will sit underneath an Ashwatha tree. If somebody comes to me, if they ask me something, I will speak. Otherwise, I will keep quiet. And I have been a thunderous speaker for so many years. With no preparation. See, we are all here. And we have 5 sensory organs. Sight is the maximum. Then comes sound. Thereafter smell. Then touch and then taste. These are the different segments that we have. These senses interact with the objects. The senses do not leave the body and interact. You understand? The eyes remain wherever they are. The light rays falling on the object get reflected. They come and touch the cornea. When the cornea is touched, electrical pulses go up to the brain. And there the experience and knowledge take place. We do nothing. We just remain where we are. And then in the sensory level, it is 5. But the 5 are reduced into 2, happiness and unhappiness, in the mind level. What is or what are reduced into 5? The infinitely plural world and objects. What did I say? The infinitely plural world and objects are reduced by these 5 senses into 5. Tell me, what is the power of the sense? I have only senses to perceive. My senses are producing these sensations. Even without the objects, the mind will produce. What is happening in dream? Are there any objects? But it produces the objects and then gives you the sensations, parallel sensations. It produces space. It produces the other 4 elements. And then produces God also, because God is necessary to do everything. So the sleeper does all this magic and he puts you through all similar experiences. So just see. So it is all produced by. Then in the sensory level it is 5, but in the mind level it is 2. Then further when you go to sleep, nothing. Till you wake up, that 0 position continues. When you wake up, the body is animated, the senses are animated, activated, and the sensations come up. In the mental level, happiness and unhappiness also emerge. So is it not a generation from here? What do I call it? Noumenal oneness, transcendence. It is this noumenon that generates the phenomena. Do you agree? Do you understand? Huh? The world creates these experiences, or I create the experience. But for me, what will the poor world do? I always say, when God comes and stands before me, suppose I am closing my eyes, God will have to ask me, Swamiji, I have come. Please open your eyes and see me. Suppose I don't open my eyes, poor God will have to return unseen by me. Yes or no? Yes. You are afraid to say this, is it not? You are afraid to say this. I will say it 1,000,000 times. And every time God will not have enough teeth and lips to smile. See, I am driving home to you a truth. And to whichever extent it is necessary, I will go. And who is actually speaking to you? It is God Himself. Nobody else. There is nothing but God. So, it is the noumenon that produces all these phenomena. So, you have to tell me, my dear souls, is the whole of life an expression and extension of this I am in me when I wake up? First of all, it is an expression, I am. Then it is an extension. Nothing else is there. The world may be infinitely plural, but all that plurality creates only 5, 2, and 1. This is what Gita said, I told you. Avyaktat vyaktayas sarvaha prabhavantya haragame ratriagame praliyande tatraiva vyakta samjage. Who has Ratri and Dina? The world has Ratri and Dina, or we have? So we wake up, the day follows. We sleep, the darkness follows. We generate the day and we generate the night. At night, everything recedes. And in the day, everything expresses. Is it clear? Huh? Sometimes I am wondering, would Vedavyasa have thought that his Gita will be interpreted with all this in this manner? It is modern world, scientific and technological world, and we have to capture the science and technology. Whatever I say is scientific. Why? The entire objective science rests upon observation and inference. What do? I also observe and infer. So the canons for both are the same, nothing more, nothing different. But the objective science will not be penetrate into the subject arena. Their telescope will not, microscope will not, no meter will go, and the whole objective science rests upon what? Our senses, our brain. For us, the laboratory is our own body. We don't require any other research center at all. It is our own body. Wherever we are, whatever we do, we will continue this research. Now, he is presenting the Karma Yoga. In the Karma Yoga, at one point of time, he says, he is a very great criticism. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhava Arjuna. Nirdvandvo Nityasattvasto Niryogakshema Atmavan. He says, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhava Arjuna. The Vedas are dealing with only Triguna products, and all of them are transitory. Call them Vaikuntha, call them heaven, hell, Prajapati Loka, etc. All these are made up of 3 gunas, and all of them are transitory. So rise above them, be indifferent to them. Then what will you do? Become a nirdvandva, nitya sattvastha, niryogakshema and atmavan. I am not explaining these things further. Then he says, after denouncing the Vedas, critically evaluating them, he says, Yavan artha udapane sarvadas sampludodage tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanata. An enlightened Brahmana, he is placed in such a wonderful state. It is all flooded water. When all places are flooded with water, will you have the need for a well? A tank, a lake, or a river? Because everywhere is flooded with water, and wherever you want, you simply take with your hands. It is such a state of affluence, abundance that he reaches. When Krishna heard it, he does not look into or regard Vedas, because he has transcended them. So, Arjuna felt, should I not instantly try for such an all-flooding state? Are you with me? Yes. Huh? Yes. So let me abandon the war and go and take up this exclusively contemplational state and get hold of this wonderful all-floodedness. Then he said, no. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hedurbhuh mate sangostva karmani. This is actually a shloka in which 4 sutras are there, aphorisms. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hedurbhuh mate sangostva karmani. 4 propositions are there. Each one is linked with the other. What does it mean? This verse is misunderstood in the whole world. Very rare is the one who understands this verse. You know how it is translated? Your right is only to work and not to the fruits of actions. Oh, if a woman becomes pregnant and delivers a child, she should not want the child. A student who has studied hard and passed the examination, when he is given the certificate, should he say, I don't want it? If you are working in an office, what will they do with the salary? Can your salary be disbursed to another? Why are you keeping quiet? Huh? So what does it mean? The word adhikara does not mean this kind of a right. It means competence, deservingness. You don't have the maturity and competence to take up such an exclusive life of contemplation. You are young and your mind was bubbling with warring enthusiasm. You have done a lot of austerity for 13 years and you have procured a number of additional weapons and glory and powers. And you are imagining, when will the war come like this? And such an Arjuna, you now says, I will go to the forest. Is it ever possible? There is something called maturity, refinement. You must deserve. So your competence for the time being is only for Arjuna. Your competence is only for performing and pursuing activity. Whatever you want to attain spiritually, it has to be attained in and through your activity. Am I clear? Huh? The word adhikara does not mean right. It means competence, maturity, refinement. So you have not become mature. All of them went for Mahaprasthana later, is it not? Then they had the maturity, not now. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Your competence is only for doing work. At the same time, have no delusional clinging to the results which work produces. Ma karma phala hedur bhu. Do not live in this world always looking into the results of what you do. Results of what you do. Are you not eating? Yes. What are you looking at the book when I speak? That is why you miss the talk. What is there in the book? Sloka you already know. Is there any meaning there? Then why are you looking at? See? You should not be one who is motivated only by the results of what you do. Ma karma phala hedurбhu mate sango swakarmani. Oh, is it so? Then it is difficult to work. So I will keep quiet. So don't choose non-action. Do not be working, keeping your eyes only on the results. I don't know whether you are with me when I say this. What is work? Work is a means to attain a certain objective or result. So when the work is completed, automatically the result, the fruition will occur. So can results be separated from the work? Then what is meant by saying work but not own the result? It is not owning. Do not have a delusional clinging to the results. Which results is Krishna referring to? Krishna does not refer to, Bhagavad Gita does not refer to any objective result at all. The results are purely inner. Anishtam, ishtam, mishram cha, trividham, karmanah phalam. There are three results for every kind of activity. One is desirable, another is undesirable, and the third is a mixture of both. These are purely inner, mental and intellectual. Do not have these three. Keep away from them. I have already planned my work and the work is supposed to produce its result. So when I complete the work, the result will accrue. Very rarely intercepting factors occur and the expected result does not come. But that is not the rule. Am I clear? No. Huh? You keep a pot full of water for boiling. Switch on. Should you go on saying, my water you should boil, you should boil, you should boil? If you are very clever, it will take 15 minutes time. You can go and do other work during the 15 minutes. And when you come back, it will be ready to boil. Similarly, any work when completed will necessarily produce its outcome. Because the work is a procedure which is meant to accomplish a certain outcome. So the results and work are inseparably related to each other. So you work, plan your work your plan and go ahead. Very rarely it happens otherwise. Just like in our PSLV, what has happened? The first or second Chandrayaan Yatra, only after 2 or 3 attempts, second attempt or so, we succeeded. So is failure a failure or it is leading to sure success? So can you call it a failure? And when results occur, automatically the question arises, why these results are sought? So they inaugurate the next course of activity. So it is all in a beautiful chain, links. So these are 4 propositions. You continue to work, but do not have clinging to the results. At the same time, do not opt for non-action. How can all these be clubbed together? Here is the formula. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyade. The first time Krishna, Bhagavad Gita and Vedavyasa define yoga. What is yoga? It is not yoga sadhana. Yoga is a very special word. What does it mean? It is one thing getting united into the other so that the thing united will not be available in a distinct manner anymore. Yogastha kuru karmani
Yogastha kuru karmani
sangam tyaktva dhananjaya
sangam tyaktva dhananjaya
siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva
siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva
samatvam yoga uchyate.
samatvam yoga uchyate.
Arjuna, all the propositions I have said can be aggregated, clubbed together, and they can be pursued very effectively. How? Yogastha kuru karmani. Remaining seated in yoga, enriched and equipped by yoga, you perform all activities. What is meant by yogasthada? Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. You have to renounce or relinquish or drop delusional clinging that you have. The clinging is an outcome of delusion. Do you like delusion? Huh? So delusional clinging will you like? So drop it. Drop it. Delusion nobody likes. Product of delusion also we won't like. So Sangha means what? Delusional clinging that you have to the results. Your purpose is to perform activity. And when activity is performed, its outcome will necessarily follow. Therefore, be performing. What is Sangatyaga? Is it something that you can catch and throw? No. Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva. That is tyaga. What? Fruition and non-fruition. You are doing a work for fruition. So invariably 99.99 recurring person, you will have the expected result when the work is well done. Rarely some interference will be there. That is also defined. In medicine, you will find sometimes medicines produce adverse results. In farming and agriculture, you will have loss of effort. The harvest will be almost ready. Suddenly, 15 days or one more month is there will be drought or flood. Similarly, about miscarriage, all these are possible. Very rarely they are not the rule. Even now we are victimized by COVID. Anybody can have it anytime. That means, what does it mean? We should leave the world. All of them should jump into the river. So understand the matters properly. Siddhya siddhyoho samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. There he said sukha dukkha samatva. Here he says siddhya siddhi samatva. It is samatva. But for the active man, it is this samatva. There, sukha dukkha samatva. Is there any difference? In more than 20 places, he has used the word samatva, sama. Buddhi yukto jahatiha samatvam yoga uchyade. So yoga means this samatva buddhi, samatva buddhi, samatva buddhi, samatva buddhi, samatva buddhi, samatva buddhi, samatva buddhi. It is a practice of the buddhi. It is mento-intellectual. It has got no application externally at all. It is to be applied in the mind, in the intelligence, by the mind and intelligence themselves. A person who practices such a yoga, he says, Buddhi yukto jahadiha ubhe sukrita dushkrite. Ba. I wonder whether you will appreciate this. You have the intelligence, but will you apply it and grasp it and make it a reality for you? The person whose intelligence is yoked to this buddhi yukta, this samatva buddhi, jahadiha, he abandons what? Ubhe sukrita dushkrite. Sukrita and dushkrita, both he abandons. He is no more a seeker of virtue and its reward. And he is no more fearful about vice and its consequence. He rises above both. It is a life of transcendence. Are you grasping, my dear girls? Huh? See, you are no more a seeker of virtue. No more are you dreaded by vice. You get to a level of transcendence. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukrita dushkrite. Arjuna said all of us will be living in hell for an indefinitely long period. Nothing like that. This is all your speculation, imagination, a product of your ignorance and delusion. Understand the truth here well, he says. Tasmat yogaya yujyasva. Therefore, my dear Arjuna, get up and pursue yoga. By what? By your intelligence, by your mind. Where? While being at work. Remain in the battlefield. For the time being, it is battle for you. After 18 days, the battle will be over. It will be ruling and administration for you. You are remaining the same. Only circumstances are changing. Tasmad yogaya yujyasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. This yoga is dexterity in performance, dexterity in action. I don't know whether you understand this. This is not a yoga where nothing like that. This is an enlightenment, an enrichment, an embellishment. Embellishment for what? For your inner personality, which leads to dexterous performance. If I am no more a seeker of sukrita, virtue, and no more afraid of vice, then my mind leaves all constrictions. It becomes free. It becomes facile. It becomes light. It becomes homogeneous, harmonious. Harmonious even with disharmony. What? Harmony in disharmony also. That level of transcendence it attains. Therefore, my dear Arjuna, get up and fight. And through this fight, practice and attain and perfect the yoga. He concludes Sankhya Yoga by a very beautiful statement. Sukha dukkhe same krtva labha labhau jaya jayau tado yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papamabhapsyasi. Sukha dukkhe same krtva labha labhau jaya jayau. Bas. You should not be ambitious for victory. You should not be afraid of defeat. This fight is not for regaining your kingdom. This fight is to establish ethics and propriety in human life. This is for dharma sthapana. Duryodhana is powerful and he is wicked. You also have the same kshatra, valor and spirit. If you don't oppose him and subdue him, who will come to do it? So it is a duty for you. It is a compulsion for you. And they ruled the kingdom for 32 or 36 years. And what did they do? They left. What did Sri Rama do? He clung to Ayodhya. He left and dropped his body in the Sarayu river. After abandoning Lakshmana, Lakshmana went first, Rama went next. Ultimately, this is a story of a glorious life. We have nothing to gain from this world. We have nothing to lose also here. You have come here to rise above gain and loss. Does it make sense to you? Yes. Huh? Yes. This is a thinking Baba. This is a thinking. Tado yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papamavapsyasi. What shall I tell you? Abhuryamana pratishtam samudram apav pravishanti yadvad tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnodina kama kami. At one point, Arjuna understood what is yoga. He understood it. And then immediately he asked, a person who practices this yoga, he becomes a sthita prajna. You know, the sthita prajna word is Arjuna's and not Krishna's. It is Arjuna's coinage. All of them are coinages of Vyasadeva. That is different. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha, he is asking. You should be surprised that Arjuna asked such a question. A man of steady wisdom. Who is that man? Explain to me. Will the steadiness remain all along or only in meditation? So, sthitadhi kim prabhasheda, kim asida vrajayadaki. How will a man sthitadhi? How will he speak? How will he sit and rest? How will he interact in this world? So he went on speaking and ultimately came to the point. This is the 70th verse of the 2nd chapter. Apuryamana pradishtham samudram abhav pravishanti yadvad tadvad kamayam pravishanti sarve sa shanti maapnodi na kamakami. I sometimes wonder who understands these verses. कोई नहीं समझता है, समझ पाता भी नहीं, समझने की कोशिश भी नहीं करती. Arjuna, look at the sea. How many rivers flow turbulently? See, when I was going to Dibrugarh from Shillong, when I went to Dibrugarh, my host took me to see Brahmaputra river. When I went there, I cannot see the other bank. More than 9 kilometers wide. So what should be the extent of rivers which flow on to the sea? And if you go to the mouth, what will you say? Arey, this kind of a flow into the sea will overflow. Will it not? Huh? But does it? So it's all being filled. Apuryamanam. Achala pradishtam. But it remains immovable because of its vastness and the depth. Similarly, my dear souls, every one of you has this infinite vastness and infinite depth, infinite loftiness. Your body is limited, but what is present in the body is unlimited. It is the one that delivers the universe, sustains the universe. Where do you experience the world? Inside. So what is the substratum or support for the world? The world experience is sustained by what? By our mind. So is not the mind greater than the world? Yes or no? Yes. Huh? Yes. Say 1,000,000 times. Never speak the language of the poor and the weak and the meek. So it is being filled all around by rivers flowing into it, but it remains stable and vast. Tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve. In the same manner, the objects of the world should generate perceptions in you, but you should never be shaken by anything. You get up in the morning and begin your interactions. And interactions produce these interactional impacts. Will you be attentive? Interactions produce their impacts. Are the impacts external coming from the objects, or the interactions themselves are within you in the mind and the impacts also are generated by the mind? I don't think you are understanding me. The interactions are initiated by the mind. They subsist on the mind. They terminate in the mind. So is there any external factor here? The interactions and interactional impacts. Where are the interactions? In the mind. Impacts are generated by the mind. So all impacts are products of the mind. Can the product of the mind intimidate the mind? Boliye na. Can the flame of fire intimidate fire. All the interactions are subsisting, initiated by the mind, subsisting on the mind. And the interactional impacts means what? Responses to mind's own impacts. So where there is there any second factor there? Or it is all the mind, the inner presence? What about the rivers? What are these rivers? Sea water vaporizes, leaving salinity, and it travels freely in the sky, blown by the wind here and there. It goes up, that it comes back in the form of snow in higher altitudes, as rain at lower altitudes. Initially it is a small rivulet. Finally when it comes down, it becomes a river, tributaries join. But at any point of time, is it C plus or C minus? It is from the sea, only a part of it. How can that flow, flowing the rivers, how can they ever inundate the sea? Similarly, interactions are originated by me. They subsist in me. The impacts also are my own mind impacts and my own mind's response to them. Where is an alien factor here? In any interaction, is there anything beyond me? I plus? Huh? Boliye na? Then what are you saying and feeling? Okay. क्या होगा? कहाँ होगा? Is there anything to overwhelm me? So I openly tell the world, my dear world, you cannot give me a plus and you cannot inflict on me a minus. My body is full with matter and my inside is full with the sentience. Remain where you are. Your presence is given by me. Am I talking sense or nonsense? Huh? You feel so? Very fortunate. Sa shanti mapnodi na kama kami. So the point I want to emphasize is, in all the interactional life, at no point of time, inside your body, there is anything taking place besides you, besides the inner presence, besides the mind that you have, the intelligence that you have. Nothing. You know, this understanding is what makes a man great hero. This understanding. The world is an object. All are objects. My body is an object. My thought is a subtle object. My understanding is a subtle object. I, the soul, is an idea. Body is another idea. All are notions produced by the mind. Everything is floating in the sentience. These flotations vanish, come and go. But the sentience never comes and never goes. You tell me which is greater then? Sentience, the source, all these bubbles. Hoga. When will you start dancing with this knowledge? Huh? What is this? I don't understand. I always say people are mortgaging their intelligence. They never use it. Neither the mind nor the intelligence is ever used by devotees. So they remain the same. Vasishtha spoke to Rama, he became illumined. Krishna spoke to Arjuna, he became illumined. Ashtavakra Maharshi spoke to Janaka, he became illumined. Bah. So unless you have somebody to speak to, seeing whom, being close to him, you feel confident, you feel encouraged, this mystery will not be revealed. I have to stop now. So tomorrow, I will take you through a few verses here and there in Bhagavad Gita, all of which stress only on this samatva. Huh? When? So I will not address them.
Morning you are addressing them on Republic Day, hoisting the flag.
That is Independence Day. That is not soul discussion. Oh, acha, I didn't know that. I did not remember it. Let me see. See, I will read through. All of you know the Gita. Yadrchalapa santushto dvandvatito vimatsara samasiddhava siddhaucha krutvapina nibadhyate. Samasiddhava siddhaucha. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunichaiva shvapakecha pandidaha samadarshina. Jnana vijnana triptatma. No. What is that? Ihaiva tair jidas sargo yesham samye sthitam manaha. Yesham stamye sthitam manaha. Nirdosham hi samam brahma. Tasmad brahmani te sthidaha. Whose mind is established in samya, evenness, equipoise, they are seated in Brahman. Jnana vijnana tripta atma kudastho vijitendriyaha yukta ityuchyate yogi samaloshta ashma kanchana suhran mitra yudasina madhyastha dveshya bandhushu sadhushvapicha papeshu samabuddhir vishishyate. Are you getting the message? Huh? Sarvabhutastham atmanam sarvabhutani chatmani ikshade yoga yukta atma sarvatra samadarshanaha. One verse which everybody, I don't think anybody understands it. Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukham sa yogi paramo mataha. That yogi is the most magnificent yogi. Who is that? Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Whatever he sees, whatever he perceives, whatever he comprehends it as alike the self. See, where are all your experiences? Inside. And what is inside? The I is inside. So all your experiences, observations, comprehensions, everything, actually where are they? So are they not alike yourself? Are they not experiences surfacing on your own inside? So you should see them as alike the self, like waves in the sea, bubbles in water. Considering that all are experiences within you, generated by you, samam pashyati Arjuna. What is the difference? Everything is ahammaya. Everything is self-born, self-subsisting. Sukham va yati va dukham. And these experiences produce only sukha or dukkha. So the sukha should be considered as alike the self. Dukkha also should be considered as alike the self. If you can have this sukha dukkha atmamayatva, sa yogi paramo mataha. That yogi is the supreme. Have we gone anywhere? Or we are remaining within us? Huh? Have we gone anywhere? Did we do anything? It is purely a matter of understanding. Matter of understanding. What shall I say? Experiencing, knowing, becoming. Is the thought different from the mind? What is the substance in the thought and substance in the mind? The same. Then why should a thought affect the mind? Why don't you say, allow the thoughts to come and see? Oh, you have come, very good be. And what will it do? It will disappear. Ask it to remain, it will not. And such vanishing thoughts you are worried about? Trillions of thoughts you have produced. And where are they? Extract one from there and show me. This vanishing phenomenon called the thinking process. Are you not a fool to worry about them? See, when people suffer from traumatic experience, what I tell them is, will you do what I ask you to do? They say yes. Okay. Whatever is the traumatic experience, do you do any puja in the morning? You have worship? Yes. So finish all that. And then close the door and the windows, providing for ventilation in your room, puja room, and sit. Intentionally bring whatever is agitating your mind, traumatic experience, and then react to it. By what? With your mind and words. Don't beat your chest or head. Simply respond to it in whichever manner you like. Cry, weep, sob, accuse. Anything that you want to say, mentally and orally. And how long? 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, get up, wash your face, get to your work. Tomorrow also do the same thing. And come to me after 1 week. These people come to me on the 4th or 5th day and then say, my problem is over. But understand that the episode has become part of your history in life. So memory will be there. But it will all be like writing in water. Absolutely true. Whomever I have told this and they have done it, they came and reported to me. One lady in Jamshedpur lost her son on the birthday and she was suffering. She had prepared good food for him. He got drowned in the river. I said, you do this. And she said, after 4 or 5 days came to me, my whole problem is over. My mind is light, memory is light. What do you think? Have you ever tried to understand your mind? Do you know anything about it? How immensely resourceful is the mind? What is its power of digestingness? That power of digestion, the power to assimilate. It can assimilate everything. It is the delusion that makes us feel it cannot, it will not. Okay, I shall stop now. Huh? संवेद्यवर्जितमनुत्तममेकमाद्यं संवित्पदं विकलनं कलयन् महात्मन् हृद्येव तिष्ठ कलनारहितक्रियां तु कुर्वन् अकर्तृपदमेत्य शमोदितश्रीः कुर्वन् अकर्तृपदमेत्य शमोदितश्रीः. Harihi, Harihi, Harihi. Let us have a concluding Omkara as we did yesterday. Once, take your pose. Okay.